Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a process video for you, filming my part 2 of February memories in my project life. I am using the Ali Edwards Story by the Month kit. I also pulled out some things from my stash as well because basically I want to be able to use up things from my stash along with this kit, and I have some things that I knew would kind of like the XO kit that would fit perfectly with this. So I have this spread and also another spread already planned, and the other spread has an insert in the middle kind of to divide the last of my February memories and then also a big event that we attended. So what I'm thinking is of doing both spreads today because I already have them planned out. So I think I'm going to combine those, and let me know if you guys like the combined spreads or if you guys just want me to do the shorter individual spreads, and we can go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and let's dig in. Okay, darlings, I'm going to start off with the blank spot that I have in this bottom portion on the right. It is a 4x6 space, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to use it, and I ultimately end up using it for embellishments. Now, I am also going to be working simultaneously on pulling embellishments for my other spots. I knew that I wanted to bring the floral over to the left-hand side, so I'm going to be pulling out a floral 3x4 piece that actually is a cutout from last time when I was, or from the last time I was putting my project life together. Here, I really wanted to use this speech bubble that talks about "Dear me, I love you." I wanted to use that. Sorry, I wanted to use it, but it was kind of big. So don't be afraid to cut down embellishments and make embellishments work for you. This 3x4 card, I think is really cute for you to add journaling inside or maybe an embellishment. But I got the idea, and I think I got the idea from, I think I heard someone say it. I haven't seen anybody do it, but someone said, oh, this would be cute to kind of use as a frame for a picture. I am not going to be the best at cutting out a heart perfectly like this to add a picture on top. So what I did was I grabbed my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to have a picture of me and my husband all dressed up about a couple of years ago. And it's a picture that I've always wanted to document, but I just haven't. So I pulled out that picture, and it fit, both of our faces fit perfectly in that little heart. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use it. I had printed it out in a 3x8 format, thinking I would use it to document a story, but I documented the story, but I just didn't use this picture. So I thought this was the perfect way to use up this picture. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we had an anniversary. Our anniversary is actually Leap Day. And so we don't get to celebrate every year, but this is one of those years, a leap year, where we get to celebrate. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of dedicate this side of the spread to our anniversary, except, of course, of this picture of me. Here, I love this picture because I'm just loving my hair. I have recently, well, not recently, I have been on a dye-free journey where I'm no longer dyeing my hair. So I am loving my hair and embracing it. Okay, so now moving on to this February 3 things card. I am doing the 3 micro stories on the left. So one of them of my son up at the top and his new bomber jacket and how he looks so much like his dad now because his dad has the same jacket. And then one of Ollie and how her dad built her a little, it's like a little Valentine's ice cream shop truck so she could store all her Valentine's goodies on it. And then the last thing that I documented there was her getting her hair done. I took her to the salon so she can get her hair washed, dried, and get a haircut. And I love how her hair turned out, and she loved getting treated, and it was just something that I thought was perfect to document here. Okay, adding some of those little oval embellishments. The kit came with, like, I believe there were 9 of those, and I used 8 in my February documenting. There's only one left, and I think it's one that says "Say No." All the other ones were used in last week's spread and this week's spread. So I'm really happy about that. So here I am pulling that 3x4 section. That is a cutout of the envelope from the month of February. I loved using that and bringing the florals over to the left-hand side. And here, now I'm working again to see what am I going to use in this 4x6 section. So I end up using both of these, and what I did was I cut down the vellum. I really wanted to keep the vellum in that 4x6, but then I was like, you know what? Using it up is better than nothing. So I am going to go ahead and cut it down, because even though I love it as a 4x6, now it's a 3x4 and I can use it on 2 different spreads. So here you see me add it there, and next to that, you and me. And I love the pop of color that that brings to this side. Okay, now I'm just basically finishing up this spread because all of my main points are here. So I'm going to be adding a couple of the chipboard pieces. I'm also going to be pulling the word phrase stickers, and these word phrase stickers are from the XO kit from last year, and it's black and white. I do love adding little pops of black around the page because I feel like it brings the page together. And I'm just pulling some word phrase stickers that I think will match, and I'm gonna add one to this vellum heart over here, kind of adding a little bit of context to the week, and then I'll grab a couple more and add to the bottom of that 3 picture collage at the bottom of my daughter getting her hair done. And I'm adding things like living in the moment, I love this, just phrases like that that came on that word phrase sticker sheet. Okay, now I'm going to start sliding in my cards from the left-hand side. Okay, after sliding those last couple of cards and pictures in, I am going to move over to the right-hand side. You will notice that I'm going to keep the blank 4x6 card blank. Well, not blank, but I'll leave this 4x6 card blank because I'm just going to add anniversary with these black alphas that I had in my stash to add a little pop of black. And I'm going to leave it blank because I'll go ahead and do my journaling to my husband. Just talking about our anniversary, I'll do that off camera. And so I'm just going to add the title there, and then I'll do the journaling off camera. Okay, now after setting that up, I'll slip that into the pocket as well. And then I'm going to work on the following spread. So the following spread is going to be the back side of this right page, obviously, but I'm going to include an insert because I have a lot of pictures that I wanted to add in this last spread, but not that many pictures that I needed 2 more spreads, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to add an insert. So this is going to be one spread, and I'm using the front part of this insert. You will see that on the bottom right of the left-hand side, I do have a newspaper clipping of my daughter going to a science fair, and she made the front page, which I love that she got that moment. So I actually cut this out of the newspaper, and then I'm going to be journaling here in the February feelings speech bubble about my boys' besties that are in town. They live out of town, so whenever they're in town, it's a huge party. So they got to spend the weekend, President's Day weekend, with their besties. And so I wrote a little bit about that and about them hanging out. That is the picture on the top right and middle left of the left-hand side of this. And then I'll go ahead and add the date that I took this picture. And then I'll also change the date, and I'll add the date to my niece's birthday party, and I'm going to do the journaling for the right hand side. So on the right hand side, can't see it right now because it's a little off camera, but I have 2 pictures, one of the cake and one of my daughter and her cousins and them celebrating my niece's 10th birthday. She did a Wednesday Addams theme, which I thought was super cute. She's kind of obsessed with that show right now. And so I went ahead and did some journaling about that. And then I filled out or checked off this little card that says February, not a fan or a fan. And so I went ahead and checked off fan because February is amazing. And I'm just slipping those cards into the pockets now. This one, although there is a lot of embellishments, I left the actual pictures unembellished because the filler cards and filler spaces had a lot of embellishments. And I kind of wanted to balance off, if the filler cards don't have embellishments, then I'll add embellishments to the pictures. But I kind of like to balance it a little bit. So here I had to go and because the back side of that newspaper obviously had something written on it, I had to go grab some copy paper from my stash. And then I'm going to cut this down to 4x6. That way I have I have something to back this newspaper so that the vellum cards will have a white background. Usually they're backed with another journaling card and the journaling cards are white on the opposite side. But because this was a newspaper clipping, I had to add a white piece of copy paper. And I just used some scrap paper that was in my stash in order to make sure that those words don't come through to the other side. I hope that makes sense. I kind of explained that a little fast. Okay, here I'm just attaching these two 3x4s to my 4x6 card. And then I'm sliding that in. And then lastly, sliding in this vellum card with the February moments. Okay, now I'm on to the last spread, which is the second half of this insert and another 9x12 page protector. So again, I already had this pre-planned and set up. So I kind of had an idea of where I was going with all of this. I'm just putting it together. So you will see that two of my pictures are actually 3x3s. And what I did was I added them to the Galentine's Day vellum. And it was a pink vellum that had Valentine's Day in a darker pink. Super cute, but I don't celebrate Galentine's Day. I mean, Valentine's Day, yes, but I don't do anything for quote unquote Galentine's Day. So I used it as a background for two of my 3x3 pictures. And I thought it was perfect. And I added a little embellishment to the top. And again, perfect. And then I used the black vellum that says New Year, New Me, let's go or let's start this. It was from the January collection. I used that as the background to this checkered heart. I cut down the XO chipboard. That was from the XO collection. Here I have a speech bubble that I am going to cut across or glue across two different 3x4s. That 3x4 card that's black that says February was actually a 4x6. It's black and it says February in different pinks and reds. That is from an older February Stories by the Month kit. I cut it down in half so I can put my little speech bubble on there. I'm thinking of adding a title afterwards onto there. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to go with journaling or a title. I think I'm going to go with probably journaling because I didn't do any journaling for that on this one, but I'll do that off camera. Then I grabbed a filler card that had a quote about February. I loved the quote, but I wanted something pink to kind of bring it together. So I grabbed another pink filler card. I cut out the quote from the white card, added that to the pink filler card, and now I have my own filler card. I did the same with the other 3x4 over on the left-hand side. I cut that down and I added it to, I cut down the 3x3 card. I added it to the back of that Galentine's Day 3x4 currently. And then I made a 3x4 copy paper scrap to add to the back so it wouldn't show through because there is another 3x4 vellum back there. And then that is it. Now I'm moving on to this February looks like this. I know I'm going to add some ephemera that I had saved for this card. I'm doing that every month, adding ephemera to it. So I went ahead and added a little heart for embellishment in one of the boxes, and now I'm sliding in all of my 3x4s in this insert. I'm so glad that I did this insert because I was able to get all of my pictures in without having to do like a whole other spread because I knew I wouldn't have had enough pictures for both, but I'm loving that. Okay, lastly, you'll see me grab one more embellishment. I think this is another chipboard from another February kit. And I love that in both of these spreads, I was able to use up the XO kit and the leftovers of my February Stories by the Month kit. So yay for using up supplies in my stash. That's definitely something that I want to do this year. Okay, just adding these to my album, and I'll give you a small flip through soon. Okay, darlings, so that is it. That wraps up the couple of spreads that I did. I tried to do them pretty quickly. So I have this spread where I'm going to be doing, so it was our anniversary. I think I said that already. And I'll be doing my private journaling here about me and my husband's anniversary. And then we have this spread up to here where I did the rest of our February photos, like moments and photos and whatever's left, including this newspaper article. And then we have this spread, which is basically the last event or the last thing that we had for February. And then I'll be adding my ephemera right in here and doing that off camera. But other than that, everything else is already done. So super happy to get all of February done, and I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless. Bye.